So you have a traditional internal combustion engine motorcycle and you have an electric motorcycle. Here you can see that the black position here behind the front wheel is not an engine, is an electric motor. And if you take to your image on the left, you have your internal combustion engine, and that is connected to the rear wheel, and that powers the bike. So what are the salient features of this? The petrol motorcycle has long range, it has very quick refueling time, it takes a maximum of 10 minutes to refuel your bike. And before Euro 6 has come into the picture, everything from Euro 1, 2, 3, 4 pollute the environment to an extent. Why to an extent? Because just because of the sheer number of motorcycles on the road, they pollute, which is why Euro 6 is non polluting. Again, the electric motorcycle is near zero emission because, again, as I told you, the location where you're putting the charge from is very important. Now, bikes have existed for a long time, near to half a century, so they are durable and they are reliable. Electric motorcycles, not as such. So the reliability and durability is to be proven. So let's see what contraption we can make from from these two. So this is what I propose: a series hybrid, which is a single cylinder diesel engine, Euro 6 capable, but not fueled by diesel, fueled by biodiesel. You have the diesel engine, primary drive. Primary drive is connected to an alternator. Alternator converts rotatory motion to electrical energy. The alternator powers the battery. The battery, through its various converters and other components, powers the hub motor on the rear wheel. The gray circle you see is the rear hub motor. So this is how the transfer of power goes: engine, alternator, battery, motor. So you might ask, what is, say, the estimated range? So I've taken three considerations and I'll show you the range for each. So the only thing we've varied is the motor power. So first variant, you take the smallest biodiesel engine possible, Euro 6, which is 8 HP. We have taken a standard battery capacity, a small battery capacity, since it is a two-wheeler. You cannot have a heavy battery pack, so it's a 4 kilowatt hour battery pack. Plus, based on our calculations of gradient, aerodynamic drag, and speed, we've arrived at a motor power of 6.7 HP. Usually you will get it in kilowatt, but due to ease of understanding, I have converted it into HP, 6.7. Those who want to know, 1 kilowatt is 1.34 HP. So you can do the conversions. So how much time does it take to charge your battery? It takes around 40 minutes to charge your small battery pack from the engine, and the amount of fuel required for one full charge of the battery is around 0.42 liters. Now, how much can you travel on this one charge? You can travel around 31 kilometers. That is only on electric power. Now, the number of times the battery can be charged on one tank of fuel, a standard tank of fuel is around 8 liters of biodiesel. So 31 times you could recharge your battery on one tank of fuel. So it comes to a very simulated, estimated range of 980 kilometers. So based on your convenience and motor selection, you can have a smaller horsepower motor or a larger horsepower motor, and accordingly your range will increase and decrease. But owing to a lot of environment conditions like heat, cold, rain, your battery will also deteriorate and refuse to give you the full charge. Also, the battery chemistry is very important. You can have either a lithium ion battery, which is the best battery for, say, these applications, the same battery you have on your mobile phones. But it's very dangerous if not, battery pack is not built properly, and it cannot be serviced. Suppose one cell is faulty, you will not know which cell is faulty unless you have again a complex battery management system. So lithium ion batteries are okay, but then lead acid batteries are far safer. But then you cannot say that lead acid is the only way. Lithium ion chemistries are also improving. So how would you use such a motorcycle? First, you refuel your biodiesel tank. The engine charges the battery via the alternator. The battery powers the motor. The motor moves the motorcycle. The engine recharges the battery again powers the motor moves the motorcycle, and this happens 31 times until your fuel tank runs out. Finally, you refuel your biodiesel tank, and the same cycle goes on. It's a very easy sort of a cycle. So this is sort of one idea wherein you can use for a hybrid two-wheeler. Moving forward, how do you deploy this same idea to various other applications? You might say that this motorcycle will be too heavy, or it will not be easy to maneuver. So, what do you do in that case? So, this is the way forward. So, this is a rough mock up of a new application, which is a three wheeler, a hybrid three wheeler. You have, as always, your internal combustion engine, biodiesel Euro 6. This charges your battery pack. This battery pack gives the energy to the motor. The motor is controlled by the motor controller. And then finally, the motor turns the rear axle. So this contraption moves forward. So this is a very versatile application, and it can be used for a wide range of uses like a load carrier or a people carrier, and so on and so forth. So there is one thing which is very prompt and all and seen in all EVs, which is called range anxiety. I mean, you will not know how far your car or bike can go with the amount of battery charge remaining. So therefore, this range anxiety is completely eliminated because of this. Because wherever you run out of fuel, you go into a fuel station and fill it with diesel. And especially this engine can run on standard diesel to B5, which is 95 percentage of diesel and 5 percentage of biodiesel. So the range anxiety is completely eliminated. Plus, you don't have to sit idle during charging. If it's an electric only vehicle, you will have to sit idle for 8 hours. The commercial vehicle will be sitting idle. And the worst thing for a commercial vehicle is to be sitting idle, undergoing repairs or charging. So, which is why, since your onboard charger, which is your engine, charges your battery, there is no problem. There is no idle time during charging. Plus, you have a higher range than a standard standalone electric vehicle.